And now, your Southern Maryland business news at 10.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us today on TCCSMD's Best on Tuesdays for business news you can use. I'm Yvette Turner, Lead Business Engagement Specialist at the Tri-County Council for Southern Maryland. And in today's headlines, we begin with a major economic concern impacting Maryland, one of the largest federal employee hubs outside of Washington, D.C. State officials are bracing for the ripple effects of more impending layoffs as federal agencies prepare for budget and staff reductions. Governor Wes Moore and state leaders say they are mobilizing resources to mitigate the economic impact and provide critical support to affected workers. Just this week, the governor launched the Maryland Public Servants Resource website, a centralized hub offering job placement assistance, training programs, and financial guidance for those navigating job losses. Let's take a closer look at the workforce landscape in Southern Maryland. Charles County has nearly 90,000 residents in the workforce, with more than half, 55%, commuting outside the county for work. In Calvert and St. Mary's County, many workers are tied to federal employment and contracting, particularly in military and defense related sectors. St. Mary's County, home to Naval Air Station Patuxent River, relies on thousands of federal employees and contractors, making the potential impact of job cuts far reaching. With many private sector jobs dependent on federal funding, the effects could be felt beyond government employment, underscoring the need for strong job support services in the region. Maryland's Department of Labor is stepping up its response, enhancing unemployment and job search assistance services. To help workers transition, the state is offering weekly job assistance workshops every Wednesday from 9 a.m. to 12 noon through the Professional Outplacement Assistance Center. These sessions provide structured guidance for professionals in executive, technical, managerial, and scientific fields. The specialized 3-hour virtual session titled Transitioning from Federal Employment helps individuals navigate the shift to private sector or state employment. Key topics include understanding the job market, resume reinvention, and effective interview techniques. Registration is available via email at fedworker.transition@maryland.gov. For additional support, the Southern Maryland Job Source Centers in Waldorf and St. Mary's County offer career counseling, job training, resume writing help, employment workshop, and networking opportunities to connect job seekers with potential employers. Labor Secretary Wu underscores the importance of these services. These are people who have served our state and our country, and it's important for us to serve them, stated Labor Secretary Portia Wu. So far, Maryland's unemployment rate has remained stable, but state officials warn that the situation could change in the coming weeks. Senator Guy Gazon, chair of the Senate Budget and Taxation Committee, points to a report from Moody's Analytics projecting that Maryland could lose up to 30,000 federal jobs over the next 3 years, roughly 20% of the state's federal workforce. If some portion of that happens, obviously that has huge effects on revenues. We may need to provide unemployment insurance and a host of things. Multiple calculations have to go on because of all of the things that could come down our way, stated Senator Guy Gazon. As state officials prepare for potential economic fallout, they are also working to ensure funding for essential services. The Maryland Department of Health has confirmed that the state's 988 crisis hotline will be funded through a supplemental budget, though the exact amount remains unknown. While the future remains uncertain, state leaders continue taking action to protect Maryland's workforce and economy from the potential impacts of federal job cuts. We'll keep you updated as this story develops. And as Maryland's business community grapples with these federal layoffs, another economic challenge is on the horizon. Lawmakers are currently considering a proposal that could significantly impact small businesses across the state. House Bill 1554 and Senate Bill 1045 would expand Maryland's sales and use tax to include business to business services such as payroll, accounting, IT support, and consulting. Small business owners warn that this tax could increase operating costs, forcing them to either raise prices or cut jobs. Mary Kane, president and CEO of the Maryland Chamber of Commerce, says this move could push businesses to relocate to neighboring states like Virginia and Delaware, where they wouldn't face these additional costs. A coalition of business leaders, including the Maryland Retailers Alliance and the National Federation of Independent Businesses, have rallied in opposition, calling the proposal a hidden consumer tax. Their argument: when businesses pay more for essential services, those costs will likely be passed down to consumers in the form of higher prices. In Southern Maryland, where federal employment and contracting already form a significant part of the economy, this added financial strain could be particularly damaging. With small businesses serving as key suppliers and subcontractors for major government projects, any increase in costs could ripple through the region's workforce and economy. A press conference is scheduled for tomorrow, March 12th, in Annapolis, where business leaders will outline their concerns and urge lawmakers to reconsider. Meanwhile, Governor Wes Moore has yet to take a firm stance on the proposal, stating that his administration is reviewing the bill's potential impact. And finally, another piece of legislation is making waves in Annapolis. A newly introduced bill in the Maryland General Assembly could expand collective bargaining rights for faculty and graduate assistants at Morgan State University, St. Mary's College of Maryland, and the University of Maryland system. The proposal, backed by Delegate Linda Foley, aims to extend unionization rights to full time and part time faculty, regardless of tenure status. Foley emphasizes that the community college faculty in Maryland already have union representation, and this bill would create parity for faculty across the state. The bill comes amid a nationwide rise in faculty unionization, with over 25% of U.S. faculty now represented by unions, the majority of whom are non tenured. Supporters argue that this measure would improve working conditions, pay, and job security for thousands of higher education employees across Maryland. Critics, however, raise concerns over potential financial burdens on university budgets. We'll continue following this bill as it moves through the legislature. Now, stay tuned with us for more local business and commercial happenings with my colleague, Jackie Chambers. Take it away, Jackie.
Thanks, Yvette. I'd like to begin with some exciting news out of Calvert County. Calvert County teachers recognized for excellence in CTE education. Two outstanding educators from Calvert Career and Technology Academy have been honored by the Maryland Career and Technical Administrators chapter of the Association for Career and Technical Education. Rick Villano and Robin Burns have been recognized for their dedication and impact on students, earning statewide recognition in career and technical education. Villano, an electricity instructor, was named the 2025 Maryland ACTE New Teacher of the Year. With 40 years of experience as an electrician, he has transformed his program with hands-on training, achieving a 100% graduation rate and ensuring every student moves on to employment or continued education. Meanwhile, Robin Burns has been named the 2025 Maryland ACTE Teacher of the Year as well for her ongoing contributions to CTE education. These awards highlight the strength of technical education in Calvert County and the importance of preparing students for the workforce. Congratulations to both educators. Now, from celebrating educational excellence to fostering the next generation of regional leaders, an exciting opportunity is now open for Southern Maryland professionals. Leadership Southern Maryland is now accepting applications for its executive program class of 2026. If you're a mid or upper level executive in Southern Maryland looking to expand your leadership skills, this 9-month program running from September of this year through May of 2026 provides an interactive behind the scenes look at key regional issues, including education, healthcare, defense, and economic development. Participants will engage in monthly site visits and discussions designed to foster collaboration and community impact with 575 graduates already making a difference. This program continues to shape the future of Southern Maryland, and applications are open now through April 15th. Limited scholarships are available for nonprofit and small business leaders. For more information, visit leadershipsouthernmaryland.org. That's leadershipsomd.org. And speaking of leadership, March is Women's Empowerment Month, a time to celebrate progress, discuss challenges, and recognize organizations working toward gender equality in the workplace. Across industries, companies are making strides towards gender balance, proving that inclusivity benefits not just individuals, but entire industries. Today, we look at two organizations leading the charge, Sizewell C in nuclear energy and FedEx in corporate logistics. At Sizewell C, diversity is being championed with quotas. Joint Managing Director Julia Pike recently announced that 65% of the company's leadership team is now female, surpassing industry diversity goals ahead of schedule. With efforts to engage young women in STEM careers and a commitment to workplace inclusion, Sizewell C is proving that diverse workforce leads to better business outcomes and increased innovation. Meanwhile, at FedEx, Managing Director Mayuri Srivastava is working to break down the gender barriers in traditionally male-dominated fields. Speaking at the Shakti Rath 2025 event in India, she emphasized the company's efforts to foster gender equality, including workforce flexibility, and increase support for women in leadership roles. Her personal journey from a restrictive upbringing in India to leading a global corporation highlights the need for continued advocacy for women's workplace rights. As we celebrate Women's Empowerment Month, stories like these serve as a reminder that gender parity is achievable when companies commit to intentional change. So whether it's international or local. And talking about that, and in celebrating the strides women continue to make in the workforce, it's also important to honor the history that paved the way. St. Mary's County is doing just that, with kicking off Women's History Month with a special proclamation recognizing the incredible contributions of women across various fields. St. Mary's County kicks off Women's History Month with this special proclamation as March 2025 marks the beginning of the 43rd Women's History Month, recognizing the significant contributions of women in business, law, politics, education, science, the U.S. Armed Forces, medicine, community service, and the arts. The theme for 2025, Moving Forward Together, Women Educating and Inspiring Generations. It highlights and celebrates women who have mentored, led, and shaped future generations. Women's History Month was officially proclaimed during the St. Mary's County Commissioners meeting on Tuesday, March 4th. The annual Women's History Month brunch takes place on Saturday. This event, Saturday, March 29th this year at 11 o'clock. This event is being held at the White Rose in Callaway, Maryland. Doors open at 10:30. At the event, hear from Dr. Yolanda Wilson, president of the College of Southern Maryland, and learn about the amazing accomplishments of women here in our local community. Tickets are available for purchase, and all proceeds benefit the Jane Hale Cipher Scholarship. More details are available on the St. Mary's County Commission for Women Facebook page, and you can also email them directly at smccommissionforwomen@gmail.com. And that wraps up this morning's newscast. Yvette and I thank you for tuning in today. We'll see everyone in 2 weeks with some more Southern Maryland business news you can use. Have a great day.